Welcome back to My Life with Plants. I'm Newman. Welcome back to the lanai. Got some nice new growth on this Cattleya hybrid. I'm pretty sure it's got Walkeriana in it. And up here, this one's starting to get roots. It's only just been mounted 2-3 weeks ago. These are new canes, 3 of them. This is Beringiana. Its newest cane, it only has 1 leaf, not 2. It's a bit more squat than the others. Needs a repot next spring. Can't do it now because the roots have grown too long. This Dendrobium kingianum, it's finally finished flowering. And the Dendrobium speciosum ex grassula call has new canes. You can see them, but 3 actually. 3 new canes. There are 1, 2, and 3, so that's growing well. Didn't flower though. Maybe it needs to be bigger, who knows, or the winter had something to do with it. It was a little cold for it. Up here, the Dendrobium sweet candy nobile is still in flower, although it's protected in my lanai here. So it's able to continue flowering. This is one of the most beautifully fragrant nobiles. And second to that, Saohime. Saohime is Japanese name. There's no other name that I know of. This one is beautifully fragrant. It has 2 blooms. There's the other one. This is all it had, but it's a small plant. There's a division or a keiki from a friend. And the good news is that it's starting to grow. And I got my eye on sweet candy. Sweet candy has 1 keiki growing there, but I don't see any new growth yet. So hopefully this goes into growth too. Because if it doesn't, that means it's on the decline. This one here that you can see that was freshly repotted is another Dendrobium kingianum. It has much longer canes. It has white flowers. It didn't flower, unfortunately, but maybe next year. This is an offset from it. Red keiki, and it has lots of new canes growing off it. Good. This is my other piece. I bought it as a cutting Cattleya, and you can see that it's got 2 new canes coming, so it's not dead. I thought it was, and I put an extra bag of hummus in there. That's how I'm growing my Cattleyas now, just clinging on to something. No media. And this one is starting to do really well. You can see all the new roots coming out, and some of them are starting to attach onto this. Really attaching. It's like it's squeezing into it. And you can see a new one growing there. I had another one that grew, and then it aborted it, but that was during the winter. So it's holding on to its leaves, which is a good thing. And it's going to definitely do well. Starting to do better is this Kingianum. You can actually see in there. 1, 2, 3. So it's 3 new canes growing. This one I keep pretty wet. I'm going to let it dry out because I've had Kingianums years and years ago. And they were always in shade. You've got plenty of water. That's something I know about Kingianums. Got another one growing there too. So they like plenty of water. You can't overwater a Kingianum at all. You can water it every day. No problem. Keep it moist and let it dry out. That's how it likes it. The reason why it's got all the spots and stuff on it is that was because I had it in a mini greenhouse for winter, and I got overheated in there a few times during the winter, so I don't do that anymore. I just grow them in I just put burlap around them. That's what I do now in the winter. So that's good. It's got all these new canes growing. That means it's going to survive, maybe. Still holding on to a few flowers. There's the Epicatlia Rene Marks. And Rene Marks is a toughie. So this is its cane that it grew last year. So it likes a lot of heat. It's not afraid of the heat, that plant. And you can see all the lovely roots coming out of Rincolatio Cattleya Young Kong. This is its growth that it put out during the winter after it finished flowering from this big bulb cane. Once those roots, I just give it a spray in the morning, not a heavy watering, just to encourage those roots to keep growing. It has a lot of eyes on it, so there's a lot of potential for it to grow out. And this big one here is Leliocatlia Blue Heaven, and this Blue Heaven puts a lot of growth out, but however, it didn't flower yet. I think I slightly underwatered it during the winter, so it could do with a bit more water, actually. It's trying to grow in the winter, and I think it had a demand for a bit more water. That's why I couldn't quite come to bloom, which is over here. It's the aborted one. Nice new fat root coming out of this Vanda loose neri. It had a good flowering this year, nice fragrant flowers. These particular Vanda hybrids do a lot of keikis from the bottom of the plant, so it can become a bushy plant. And still in flower is this lovely yellow mini Cattleya. And I've had this for about 8 or 9 years now. This was my very first Cattleya. What do you know? It's doing the best. And I've lost a lot. And I noticed something with cattleyas is once they're losing their health and starting to die, they most probably will die, and it's very rare that they can recover from it. But however, if you get a healthy plant like I did here, minus this burning on the leaves, which the seller didn't show that on the photo. It didn't show the damage on the leaves, but I'm alright with that. I know that it's just burning, no problem. You get a nice healthy plant like that and you mount it, it'll be fine. That's why I'm doing the mounting now, because it's no mystery, it's no conundrum, there's no paradox there or anything. It is true that cattleyas will rot when they're planted in a pot. Right over here, this one is green light, just a mini Vandaceous type. It's got lots of nice roots growing on it. There's some old roots there that it's kind of forsaken, but it's putting out new ones, and it didn't flower, although it could flower later in the summer. Cattleya Uricolor has the new growth I'm touching right there. It's one that I put out, and I thought it would rot and fall off, but can put up with a lot of heat, this particular Cattleya. I'm really looking forward to the flowers if it does have any. Really am, and I'm pretty hopeful that I'm going to get some. Pretty hopeful. Got to keep my eye on it though. If it gets too stressed during the summer, I'll move it to the garden. And up here, I just treat these like orchids too. I water them when they're dry. They're in a very light porous mix. And these are Caladamonensis Claistocactus, native to Brazil, in a very small area within the tropical forest, out of all things. So they're probably surrounded by a lot of orchids, and they are very successful at growing on the cliff walls, where they just dangle straight down. It's straight vertical cliffs, so they're almost like a lithophyte, you could call it that. Not sure how much trapped soil or debris there is in between those cracks of the wall, but there didn't seem to be a lot. And it's pretty high rainfall in the summer. However, in the winter time, it's dry. So it's a kind of you could call it a subtropical forest. It's down to about 0 degrees on occasions, but usually hovers around 10 to 15 during the winter. These plants are magnificent. They have magnificent flowers. They're safe to touch. It's just like touching a soft toothbrush. Very, very soft bristle toothbrush. You will not get injured or hurt. They dangle right down. They make your area look tropical. It's a nice addition to your plant collection. And I don't know if you can see up there, but this one has a offset growing on it. Oh no, sorry, this one. Might be able to see it in there. Lovely skull pot there. And actually they are dangling up there in their pots away from direct sun. So they're just getting they're getting like a 980-foot candle. So almost, there's the sun just there, right? So it's very close. All right. And we have this Cattleya here that I was gifted. It's got some big old bulbs on it, or canes. I got to see the flower too. Okay, so that is it. and Bifrenaria, Terrena something or other. I gotta put a tag in there. I keep forgetting. Is it age? I don't know. It's got a lovely new. Now that looks. Is that a bulb or inflorescence? Doesn't look very bulby to me. Hopefully that thing sticking up there is an inflorescence, because it's not shaped like a bulb. The bulbs are straight up and down. They don't have a bend in them. So that could be an inflorescence. No, it's not. It's not. No, no, no. It's much more delicate than that. It's a new bulb. When this plant does get bigger, it will have fragrant, lovely flowers. And it's very, very heat tolerant. Even more so than this Cattleya here, who starts suffering. And this one is just riding through the heat like it's nothing. All right. So that's it from my lanai. You got to see everything in it, and the next update we'll have are the orchids in the garden, because there's a lot of growth going on there. And until next time, thanks for watching. We'll see you. Bye bye.